Hello and welcome back, it's Sparkie here with some more Nexus news. As always, this is a weekly update on what the happenings of what is going on in the Nexus or Wildstar. Today's topic is the Defile and what it will bring, this whole new drop, or drop 3 as it's called, and what it brings to the zones. Woo! There's a few things. It's going to be quite a short episode because there wasn't that much talked about. Here we go. So first up guys, there is now a dev tracker on the website. This shows you or tells you about pretty much everything that's going on in the game. Essentially what I'm doing this video on. So it's a good way to catch up. It might mean that I may drop this series now because you can just see it on the website. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And the next pieces of information. This week they're patching the PTR to fix a few bugs, but also introduce the Defile content on the PTR for people to test and play, which is good. It's great. You know, well, I don't play the PTR myself, but you know, if you want to try it out, why not? There's a little bit of very tiny bit of news on the mega server, which in my opinion they just need to hurry up and do. But what the news on the mega server is that there's now a name poll live, and that can be voted on the Wildstar forums. But other than that, there is no other news on it. And to be honest, just release the damn thing. We don't care what the name is. Get more people playing your game, please. I should stay positive, but you know, when it's something stupid, obviously some people are going to be more connected to it. You know, they want to feel a part of the community, but it's such a minor thing, the mega server name. I mean, at the moment I log into my character and I don't even look at the server name. I couldn't care less what it's called. So in my opinion, just get the damn server out already and get people playing, because the name's useless if there's no one playing your game. Simple as. This extra time that they've had to work on this whole drop 3, because it was supposed to be released I think at the beginning of this month, but obviously it's the 24th now, so they haven't, and this extra time has given them more time to get the content more polished apparently, and with that hopefully this content will be less bugged. So you can't really blame them for that. They just want to start releasing good, reliable content. So I can sort of see from that point of view. And the previous schedule was a bit too fast, I think, because every month you just couldn't keep up really. It really did feel, as a new player, I was just like, it's going, you know, I was getting drowned in content. So this way, if it's every 3 months, which it seems to be going towards, that way it gives people a chance to really just sink into it, get into it, and sort of get bored of it, I guess. Do the whole cycle. And lastly, the one, it's more of a general thing, is that there will be new achievements and challenges added into the Defile drop, which, you know, was an obvious one they were going to do. So yeah, that's great. So on to about the actual Defile zone, what you expect to see, and just general little bits about it that was announced in the Nexus report. So first up, to get into this new zone you have to go through Blighthaven, and there is a challenge called the Resonance Runner Challenge. What this is a race. If you can think of Sonic and how you'd go around the map on that, think of that in a 3D environment and you pretty much got the challenge. It's awesome, it looks amazing, it looks really fun. You run through loads of rings and things and it's just great. It looks really fun to do. It'd be a great thing to do as a guild, and you could have your own little races going on. It'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Probably will do that with my guild. The Defile will actually be the conclusion to the base story of what was going on in Grimvault, but it's not the end of the overall arcing story. So essentially you're finishing off the story of Grimvault, and then later on the story of the strain and the entity will carry on, but in another zone or another area on the map, because there's quite a few locked areas when you look at the world map. So, you know, that would be cool. It'd be cool to see where they go with it afterwards, I think. And it'd be good to get a conclusion to the storyline of Grimvault. With the new zone, there will be a new reputation that can be earned through pretty much everything you do in the zone. So all quests, challenges, and things like that. They'll earn you reputation towards the Defile rep. And this reputation, the rewards from getting that up, will be new cosmetic items and new gear. So it'd be quite interesting to see what gear is actually available, or becomes available, should I say, to the player, and how useful will it be? I mean, is it going to be raid gear? Because at that time when it's released, people are probably going to be halfway through the raid encounters anyway. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see what the gear is and the cosmetic items. So with this new zone, they will not be adding any new dungeons or raids, unfortunately, and I'm thinking they're going to actually start focusing on the solo experience, and this worries me because it's a multiplayer game. It's a massive multiplayer game. It's not even a multiplayer game, it's bigger. And to focus on the solo content, it seems like it's disregarding the whole multiplayer aspect, so to speak. If I wanted to play a single player game, I'd pick up Skyrim or Final Fantasy or Mario, because that's what they do well. A massive multiplayer online game doesn't do a single player game well, because that's not what it is. But anyway, these are my opinions. I must not rant. So first up, it will be adding a lot of solo episodes to the zone. I presume these are solo quests or solo story quests. It will be adding 5-man group episodes or quests that you can do in the zone, and there will be one 20-man public event with an assortment of raid bosses. Or raid bosses? Can I call them that? They're basically 20-man world bosses. To add on to this whole single player thing, this is where they're adding in the whole you can run alongside raids going on at the time and do your own thing. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but essentially it's going to be a light version of a dungeon for one person, and you just do it alongside another raid. I'm not sure how it's going to work. It'll be interesting to see how they're pulling that off, but again, it's single player stuff. I guess they're aiming more towards the casual, but why can't they do casual group content or multiplayer content? Because that's what we're playing at the end of the day. We're playing a multiplayer game, not a single player game. So they should be, in my opinion, be focusing on casual multiplayer stuff rather than casual single player stuff, because you can burn through single player stuff really quickly as well. So yeah, it's interesting where they're going with it. And then lastly, there will be an update on the Halloween stuff that will be coming soon. In the next few weeks, they will have to, because Halloween's coming up soon. It's only a month away, guys. So yeah, in roughly, I think they said 2 weeks, the Halloween event or Halloween items will be announced and talked about soon. So I presume 2 weeks, because in 2 weeks it'll be middle of October, and then yeah, Halloween's at the end. So it gives people a bit of time to get ready. So yeah, overall, that's it really. That was literally all they talked about. This is the shortest news thing I've ever done, and one of the easiest. And And yeah, my opinions on the game so far, just to fluff it out a bit for you guys, is it's a great game, but they need to hurry up with this mega server. They're losing too many players now. It's getting silly. You can't play the game past say 1 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock at night. It does start kicking in about 11, so I'd say after about 11 I've stopped queuing for dungeons, adventures or PvP because the queues take too long. And likewise is the same for the day. It's the same again. You queue for hours in the day just because there's not enough people playing. And that's a really bad sign, because the mega server, yeah, the mega server is great. It's going to pull all these small fragmented servers together and put them into one bundle. That's awesome. The worrying bit though is it's not actually affecting the people that you team up with. So while it solves the whole issue of the auction house and things like that, it's not going to solve your dungeon queues, or your PvP queues, because you're still playing with the same people, just on one server. So it's going to be quite interesting. All I can, if I could speak to them now, I would literally say to them, just get your mega server out now. Screw the name, screw the poll, just get it out there and get people back into your game as fast as possible, because it's only going to get worse, I've been lucky to find an amazing guild, so that, yeah, I'm level 15, but we went in with 4 level 50s today, and me, level 15, charging in like, yeah! But we all got together and we cleared it. But if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to do the dungeon. So I'm very grateful towards them for coming along and helping me out. I think one of them actually may have been on like a level 21 character, but still, the point still stands, they came along, and without them I couldn't have done it. But the PvP queues aren't so bad at around 6 o'clock. But again, it's just weird. I've never played a multiplayer game where I've had to change my schedule to fit the other people on the server. Normally I'm used to like playing World of Warcraft, where I can just come on, play for a little bit, get into a dungeon within 5 minutes, come back out, even as a DPS. Whereas queuing as a DPS on this is suicide. That's my proper analysis of it. I just don't bother. Well, I queue tank DPS or healer DPS. No, actually it's about 50-50. It doesn't matter what you queue as nowadays. They're all just as long as each other, which is so weird. It's really weird for an MMO to do that. So yeah, I hope this has been a bit of information to you guys about the game. I hope it hasn't been too negative. I'm just worried a little bit about it, and I want them to hurry up and get this mega server stuff out, get people back in the game, because it needs it. And it's what keeps the game going, So please, Carbine, please sort out your game just a little bit. And yeah, as always guys, I look forward to catching you all later. I've been Sparky. Bye!
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind, 'cause your friends